Hello everyone, and welcome back to another exciting look at some of these armies and plastic figures. Today it's an entire lot full of American Revolution figures. I've actually got 3 cannons, 2 of them are French, and then I've got some British Army infantry, as well as some American Revolution, American militia cavalry. So we're going to open them up. I'm going to take a look inside and set it all up, and we'll talk through everything. I'll give you my impressions of what I think will be fun to paint. And let me know down in the comments if you like this kind of unboxing video, if you like to see all these figures, if you want to see anything specific painted. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know if you play with these in your own army building, games or anything like that, or what you enjoy about armies and plastic down in the comments. Please remember to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. All right, let's dive in. So we're going to start with the American Revolution, American Militia Cavalry. So this box is brand new. I just cracked the seal. We've got inside, we've got a little bag of figures and their saddles, and then the other bag is the horses. So it looks like the horse poses, well, I'm not sure if they're all different, but we'll do a quick open here. So these remind me a little bit of Airfix because they have the hole in the top, but well, I guess, yeah, for the saddle. But the difference with the Airfix horses is that they have holes in the sides for the figures. So like the figures actually have pegs that go into the sides of the horse to really give them that extra layer of stability. But we'll take a look here and see if they are all unique or if there are duplicates. So right out of the gate, these 3 are unique. Oh, looks like this is a repeating one. No, okay, so 4 different sculpts, 5 figures. So you got these 2 repeating. Yeah, there's nothing dissimilar about them. Give you a quick look here. I think they look great. They're nice and smooth. Not a lot of texture, but decent enough for sure. Certainly enough there to work with. Great galloping, charging poses. This one with the head down I like a lot. Yeah, I tend to like the ones that are charging into battle with their head down. I like that look a lot, but this one is beautiful too. I think this one might be my least favorite just because it's like, that classic action pose that's always like a little awkward. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 saddles. Those are the 4 unique sculpts, and then the 5th one for good measure right over here. Some of these saddles do sit better than the others. This one is the most problematic, that pose, just because its rear is in the air more than the others. Okay, so looking at the figures, we've got a bugler, rifleman in a firing pose. He looks great. Really like that pose a lot. I'll stick him on the end here so he doesn't interfere with anybody else. They sit quite nicely on there. Figure firing a single flintlock pistol, looking off to his right, so he'll go over here as best as I can get him. Looks like an officer with a sword. Also got a musket rifle on his side here. I'll put him in the center. And then it looks like another figure with a sword drawn. I guess these aren't officers so much as just skirmishers, like ready for close combat battle. And his head is turned, his entire body is turned a bit more than the rest. So I need to figure out where to best place him. So he looks like he's ready to cut someone down. Whoa, he popped off. First impressions are these are really cool looking. They look great. They're nice, clean sculpts. They're big, chunky guys. They look like they'd be a lot of fun to paint. I wish there was some indentation in the actual tri-corner hats at the top. They're just flat. That's fine. You paint them black. It's really not a big deal, especially if, you're tabletop wargaming. These would paint up really nicely. It's a little bit precariously placed upon the backs of the horses. For some of them, they don't necessarily fit the best for every horse. Maybe I have to just try some different combinations to see which figure fits in each horse the best, and that just takes a little bit of working. Nice variety, no duplicates in figures. Duplicate in a horse, but that's okay. You get that variety of charging poses. I probably would like to see a horse where both of its legs are tucked in, similar to this one, but with this leg more tucked in as well, so you get that pose where no leg is touching the ground, but you can still use this piece of mound here, this piece of grass as the base for it, so it connects to the base. Overall, really clean, simple. I think these are really beautiful. I love this chocolate covered brown. I think it pairs well with this more like caramel color for the figure and the saddles. Very nice. Next, we're going to look at the American Continental Artillery Co. This is a 6-pounder, 1 cannon with a 5-man crew. Again, 132 scale, 54 millimeter. Back of the box, they come in these little bags. So I'll open this up. I think there's a little bit of assembly required, but nothing too crazy. The cannon is in one bag and the artillery crew is in another bag. Blue and gray plastic, very cool. So I had to look this up, and apparently this figure is holding his thumb down over the vent hole of the cannon to prevent a premature firing, which I did not know. I believe this guy is holding, very likely, I'm assuming this is the gunpowder that would go inside of the cannon. Very cool. We've got the guy with the cannonball ready to load that up. We've got a spotter. He looks really great. He's got his telescope here, so he can look through. And then we've got two guys with rammers or ramrods. I had to look that up, but I think they look pretty cool. This guy's actually in the process of jamming the ball into in this case, the 6-pounder, and this guy's waiting on standby if he's needed. I imagine it's a very stressful, exhausting job. So having two of these guys ready to jam these cannons, very important. And I imagine they all probably took turns taking different roles as well. So cool. We're going to put these to the side real fast, and then we're going to look at the actual cannon, and I'll build it up real quick, and I'll increase the time, we'll do it double time so we don't have to sit here and watch me fumble. So funny enough, I don't know what this piece is or where it goes. It looks like it might want to fit into here, but it doesn't really fit. But for now, we're just going to put the cannon back in place, and this thing will go back in the box. So yeah, first impressions, really fun, easy to build, 6-pound cannon. And then little nice rivet details on all of the wheels. The cannon does move a little bit, not more than really necessary. It's pretty much, in that one position. I guess if I flip this, there might be a correct up and down angle here that I'm missing. No, that's wrong. But yeah, that's pretty good. So you'd have your guy waiting with the ammunition, next guy with the cannonball, your spotter, and secondary figure soldier with a rammer in case this guy gets tired, I'm guessing. Yeah, these guys look really great. Nice detail overall. No detail in the tri-corner hats at the top. Overall, very, very broad shapes and easy to pick out the details. They would really paint up nicely. All right, next up we have the French 6-pounder. This would be the same deal, really. I was curious to see the differences between the two. The figures look exactly the same, but they're in a caramel color rather than the blue. This is actually a land mortar. That's the only difference. So we'll put that together real quick. The color is actually called light cocoa. That's fine. The ends don't have the same clips that the American 6-pounder does. They do have a very satisfying snap. Oh, it's a French 6-pounder and land mortar. All right, so it can be, I gotta learn to read. It can be like this. Oh, all right, so this is just a completely separate piece. Nice, there's some flashing on here. Okay, so as far as figures go, we have these guys in light cocoa color. Same deal as the other American soldiers, no real difference. Let me take a look here. We'll compare. We've got the French artillery crew compared to the American artillery crew. Exactly the same, different colors. And that goes for every other figure in the set. This rammer seems a bit more flimsy than the other one. Well, it's actually just more bent, so it needs to be the actual bar needs to be straightened a bit more, but it seems just to be more bent from being in the box. This one is much nicer. So that's really cool. So that surprised me. I didn't realize there was two pieces of artillery in here. I like that a lot. We'll take a closer look at everything. Again, like I said in the round table shots, I got to learn to read. This is French 6-pounder and land mortar. Here it is over here. Like that's way out. This is the worst packaging of all of them, I think, that just completely hides what's in there, even looking at the back. But that's sort of the fun of unboxing this too. Okay, so American Revolution, French artillery, Yorktown, 1781. This is a French 12-pounder. This looks like, this is probably the same crew that was in the other two sets that we just looked at, so nothing fancy there, but they do look like they're in white plastic, so that's cool, and looks like that same forest green for the artillery here. So yeah, this is a big cannon, and then the figures in white. Very nice. I like the white color a lot. Not every bag actually tells you the color, like the one said that it was cocoa. So we've got same figures. And then the actual cannon itself. So this one's a bit bigger. It's got this box that goes on the back. I'm assuming back here, but we'll do the wheels first. Get that nice, satisfying click. I do really like how they click in. Oh, that is not gonna fit. Eek. Let's try this side. Oh no, the hole on this cannon wheel is too small. Let's try the other one. What I like to do when this stuff doesn't work out is I just take my razor blade and I stick it in there and twist a little bit, remove some of that excess plastic. Not too much to start, just see if it fits a bit better now. Okay, nice. Okay, so just one simple turn did it. We've got the cannon. That'll go in here. It looks like there's this back spot too. I'm not sure what that's for. Nice satisfying click there. And then this shows us going right here. Guess that's it. Nothing too fancy there. 12-pounder. Nice. All right, great. Let's get these guys off to the side and look at the British. Okay, so these are our American Revolution British Army figures. Set number 5466, red plastic inside. 20 plastic action figures in 10 poses, so we're gonna have duplicates of everything. Oh, they are there. Sealed all the way. Imagine these are just doubles, so we'll look at the set. Oh, that red looks really bright. Running pose, loading pose, firing pose, walking pose, stuck together pose. Oh, there we go. Charging with a fixed bayonet pose, standing and firing, another standing. Okay, so there's multiples in the bow. This guy's facing sideways on his base. Marching with bayonet fixed, an officer with probably a map or some field orders and a flintlock pistol, and another standing firing pose, but this figure has his legs closer together, whereas this figure has his legs further apart. So pretty cool. And this is 10 poses, so there are duplicates in the other bag. I'll take a quick look in more detail at each of these figures. The red looks just very bright on camera. They don't look quite so neon and bright in person. They're a bit softer, but yeah, they look really nice. All these American Revolution figures I can see that I have all use the same uniforms. So I guess it's really just in how you play them and the color of the plastic that helps you identify if you're playing war games with these guys. I wish there was more firing poses. Technically, there's 3, and then a couple charger, like walking ready to pre-charge. Walking, getting ready to charge, or maybe to accept a charge, charging, figure without a bayonet fixed, but running. So that action pose is cool. The reloading pose, standing reloading, no sitting, no kneeling reloading, I'm noticing. And then these guys who are facing forward. But yeah, the details are all there. They've all got their canteens, their straps. The officers are easily my favorite when it comes to this stuff because I love the less common poses, and I really do like this field map here. And here's one final look at everything. I'm going to go through in a second here and show you the individual figures in a round table shot. Before I do that, please click like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. Be sure to share this with your dad. I'm sure he'll love it. And let me know in the comments what you want to see me review or paint next. I'd love to hear from everyone in the community. Definitely love your stories. Do you wargame with these figures? Do you collect them? Do you collect unpainted, painted? Let me know. I really want to know more about what the community's into. I got a lot of diverse people who like 172, 132, all different types of great subscribers out there. Let me know who you are and what you like about what I'm showing on the channel. Take care.